welcome to Connection Yoga. My name is Cat. Over in the little corner here is Roscoe, and today we have 40 minutes of yin yoga. We'll be targeting our liver and gallbladder, generally in the right side region, somewhere between the spleen and the diaphragm. So that won't be that important, that's just where I'm coming from in terms of how I sequence these poses to kind of have a theme and what it will do for our bodies today. So what that actually means is we're going through a series of hip opening and spine caretaking postures. We'll open with some breath work and meditation to focus us in, and then we'll move into the posture portion of the practice, which will be holding roughly between a minute to 3 minutes each. I'll call out, let you know, so that we can apply the 3 basic principles of the posture is to come into the space, commit to it, and resolve to be still for X amount of time. So you can do it, and what helps you do this is props. For this practice, I recommend having 2 blocks, maybe 3, because we'll be doing a pigeon variation. And so if you know with that, for me, a half block works better because the size of my hips, I need that little extra boost to just be aligned. But also I do have some tightness, so sometimes more block energy works, sometimes less does. So have them on hand so you can just play quickly in that moment, find the variation that works for your body, and then settle in. I've also got a cushion which I'll be sitting on for our meditation, and might bring into shoelace, which is essentially cow face if you know it that way. We'll be sitting and crossing the legs over. For me, I've usually got a little tightness in my low back, so I'm gonna lift myself up in that. But if you have problems in your knees, you might use the cushion to lift your knees up in that posture. All that to say, take care of yourself. This is your practice, and holding these postures for amount of time, it needs to be slightly comfortable, but also uncomfortable in that we know the posture is working, that you are in deep enough, but there is a threshold, an edge that is there that we're trying to find, but not go past. Not until the body invites us to go past. All right. I say all this, so hopefully I can say a little bit less during the practice, and we can focus on just relaxing, enjoying, and being together in this amazing community. So without further ado, know that by continuing on with this practice, it is an acceptance of waiver of liability. Take care of yourself, have some water on hand, and if you're ready, let's get connected. Let's begin. You can start in any sort of meditation you like, on your back, or like me, you can take a seat on a block, bolster, pillow, blankets, nothing. I know the number of possibilities can seem daunting, but take it as infinite opportunities to find what works for just you. And we'll begin. Laying on back or seated, spine is long. Shoulders away from the ears. Eyes might close, or gaze softens. Take a few deep breaths to check in with how that feels today. take some group breaths together. We'll do a 4-count inhale to an 8-count exhale 10 times. I'll keep count, so don't you worry. You can just focus on the breath. Essentially, we are doing a relaxation breath by slowing the exhale down. So, let's all exhale to empty. Breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll finish at 5. Settle back into whatever breathing pattern feels right for you. We'll begin to move towards our first posture. If you're on your back, stay there. We will be joining you. Bringing a block with you. Supported bridge. So bending the knees, feet in by the glutes. Slight tuck in the pelvis, pressing the feet, squeezing the glutes as you lift the hips up. And then bring your block either on the medium or low setting under the low back, the sacrum, just above the tailbone. I've got a combination here for comfort, but this is probably the height on the medium settings. Again, it's all about playing with each opportunity. We'll be here about 2.5 minutes more. So once you settle, resolve to be still and breathe into that stillness. 30 more seconds here. When you're ready, slowly remove your props, let the hips lower, and then roll over gently onto your stomach, a front shavasana. Reset. Legs on. Hands stack for forehead to rest on. When you're ready, gently come up to hands and knees. And we'll take pigeon. So I'm going to bring in one of my half-size blocks, and we're going to start with the right leg. So bring hands forward, shoulders over wrist, and start to bring your right knee forward behind the right wrist. Ankle behind the left, creating this triangle shape. I'm going to move my block back a little bit so it's right under my hip. We want level hips, flush with the mat. And we'll be upright here. Just about 30 seconds more. Let's really think about lengthening the spine. And there's a slight scissoring in the hips. So for this right hip, it might be slightly drawing back, while the left hip extended back, slightly drawing forward. You'll find a little bit more of a stretch when engaged as such. Now, option to stay upright, or if you want, you can bring bolster or block and lower forward, either comfortably or to an assisted depth. We'll be here about 2 minutes. Gently lift up, right. Set your blocks and props to the side, coming out and back to child's pose. We will reset, so knees wide, toes touch, hips back. Feel the rebound. When you're ready, gently come up and take a seat. As we approach shoelace or cow face. For this again, I'm going to sit on my cushion or block because I have a little tightness in my back. If you're sensitive knees, play with putting it in the front after we set up here, so apologies. From a seat, you're going to take your left foot and bring it under towards your right hip. And then you're going to cross the right leg over top. So we're going to stack the knees generally here. And this is where you kind of have to play. So you can also extend the bottom leg straight if that is not feeling great on the knees. You can get all the sensation plus maybe a little juicy hamstring. So we'll be here about a minute and a half more after we take our twist. So you're going to twist towards the right leg, whatever that looks like for you. And come back center, keeping legs, but this time we're going to lean to the right, just slightly, hands on the sides. We'll hold this for about a minute. Gently come back center, uncross, plant hands behind you, knock over your block, windshield wipe, knees side to side, reset. All right, and we'll go to the left side, so coming back into pigeon prep. Your props to the side. And when you're ready, we're going to take left side, coming forward with that triangle shape, knee behind the wrist, ankle behind the right wrist. move your block under the hip to level your out. We'll be upright for about 30 more seconds. Remember to breathe. If you want to stay here, cool, or lower down for sleeping pigeon. I think Ken calls it swan, which makes it sound prettier. But you know, they're both birds. One more minute here. When you're ready, gently come upright. Set your props to the side and child's pose. Make your way back to reset. Hips are heavy, back towards the heels. Spine and thighs long. Palms gently resting on the earth. And gently come up for shoelace, other side. So we're going to bring our right heel towards our left hip under and then cross over left. I really struggle with this pose, so don't always model after me here. The aim is to have the knee stacked. We're getting sensation in the hips. And now we're going to twist over towards the left and breathe. establish length if you feel like you've lost it. And then we're going to do our lean again towards the left side. Come back up to center. Uncross, hands plant behind you. Windshield wipe, knees side to side. Reset. Rebound. Come into straddle. So what that means is open legs to a wide leg V. I'm sitting long ways on my back so my heels can rest on my mat comfortably. And then we're going to turn our torso to the right and fold over it. So there are a couple variations here. So you can put a bolster under your hips. That might help you kind of ease into that a little bit more. Or if you have very tight hamstrings, you can bring blocks under the thighs, soft bend in the knee. And then if you are like super stiff, bend the knees and you can put blocks under here as well, or not, and just kind of plant the feet and kind of go like this. So, and then of course blocks can support the folds. I'm going to play with the blocks under my thighs. I can't believe that person is doing lawn hair so close. 1 minute here over on the right. Gently move over to the left side, folding over that leg in isolation. Lastly, we move to the center, reestablish length, alter any props if you wish, and then fold forward. This time we'll be here for 2 minutes. One more minute here. Slowly rise back up when you're ready. Props to the side. You might grab a drink of water. And then hands plant behind you, windshield wipe, reset. All right, and then we'll make our way to our back. On our backs, we'll extend legs long and walk them over to the right side. Taking a little arc, extending through the left side body. I want our hips to stay down. So if you notice either your left hip is dropping or something of the sort, take note, maybe back off. Or if you'd like, you can cross the left ankle over the right. Next, you might reach arms overhead, arms over also to the right. But again, keeping the hips down. So you might not even do the arms if that is not comfortable, or if you typically have tingling in your shoulders, you might not bring your arms overhead. We'll be here about 30 seconds more. Arms back to center, legs back to center, legs to the left, arms to whatever degree left. We'll be here 1 minute. center. Reach long. And then hug the knees into the chest. Gently rock side to side. Next, Shavasana. Either lying on your back, legs and arms extended, or if you prefer constructive rest, we're going to be here 4 minutes. So we're going to just really get in there. Maybe you prefer legs up the wall. I think that's what's calling to me right now. With a little bolster in my hips. Perfect. 4 minutes of hopefully bliss, letting go. You can let go of control of breath and each part of your body. Letting the earth support you. The structures of your bones naturally supporting you. my voice to bring you back. Stay as long as you need, or to close out, begin to invite small movements, toes, fingers, wrist, ankles. And allow these to grow as you slowly make your way up to an easy seat. Close out with 3 vibrations of Om, or breaths if you prefer. We all exhale to empty. Breath in. Breath in. Last one, inhale. Hands together at heart center. Thumbs to third eye. In gratitude we bow. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Let me know if you're vibing this yin. I always vibe a yin, but I like variety in my practice, so maybe that's just me. I would love to hear from you. Like, subscribe, drop a comment, any little bit that feels comfortable with you. There's never pressure to do so, but the little support does go a long way, and it is always much appreciated. So, hope you enjoyed this practice. I did, minus the little grass. Hopefully my editing has taken most of that out, so it's not too much of a distraction, as it was lately for me at moments. But again, that's just life, you know. Pulling in those distractions is little extra challenges to make sure that we are truly being mindful and focused. And, you know, we're never perfect, but practice makes us closer to perfect. So we'll keep showing up. You keep showing up. Amazing work today. Until next time, I love you all. Stay connected.